Darling, let's have a meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, thank you for coming tonight. Welcome to this Events and Marketing and Communications Committee meeting. So, our first agenda is apologies for absence. There's the book there. We've got one lay member absence and one councillor absence.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah, proposed by Councillor Good, seconded by me. All in favour? Yeah, right. So, 23, 24, 39 disclosures of interest to receive declarations of interest from councillors for items on the agenda. I think I've got a standard running declaration here as being a Canal River Trust volunteer.
Yeah.
As we go through all of these, but
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else in particular, is there? I'm assuming we've got no written requests.
No.
Okay, so 23, 24, 40, the minutes of the previous meeting. Anyone got any comments,
Yeah,
corrections in the minutes of the previous meeting?
It said that JG had suggested that do cutting. It says cutting the connect. It didn't cut in the connect. It's cutting the connections. Cutting the connect was actually a website, but and it said that we're going to make inquiries, but I don't know that you've made any inquiries. Debbie, have you?
Sorry. Cutting the connections.
Yes.
I put it in the last minutes, it was cutting the connect, but it wasn't, it was called cutting the connections.
Right.
So if you couldn't find them, that'll be why.
I'll go with that.
It was a cut on a website, and Margaret, not Margaret Stafford, right, Crupper and I think she's closed it down now. But anyway, if you just look into it, because I asked Ellen if any inquiries had been made, and she said no. I was going to bring a copy to show you, but I've forgotten. Yeah,
That'll be why. It's just got one in, John.
yeah. So I'll get hold of them. Yeah.
So you proposed them with that minor amendment?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
All right, proposed by Councillor Good. I'll second it. Oh, yeah. All right, so they're fine. Confidential items to be discussed after item 46. Do we have anything we think needs discussing in confidence?
I think so.
You're all right, but anything you might want to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah.
Fine. We'll move on. Then public participation. Well, there aren't any. 23, 24, 43. Communication. Consider our communication with the public and agree any recommendations to full council.
And just a little comment on that. I was going to suggest tonight that we got something sorted with notice board, but it's been done.
It's been moved, yeah.
It's excellent. It's a lot better, isn't it? There.
It's a lot more visible,
Well,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Need something on it now.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that we'll note the moving of the notice board. Thanks to the staff for getting it moved. Now let's get lots of good stuff on it. Into communications. I think. So 23, 24, 44 events. To consider the Town Council's involvement in local events run by third parties, including City of Culture, 250th Anniversary Fire Rise, Easter and Christmas events run by the Chamber of Trade. Do you two guys want to go first? Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Obviously the Christmas events, I know I read your previous minutes and that you're keen to maybe have a bit more of a presence this coming year at the Christmas event.
Well,
I think generally all the events, rather than just being a fund that we'd.
we sort of used to be, didn't we? You know, that you.
Yeah, well, you can do what you want.
You could do what you want. People used to have a stall, but for the last couple of years,
Yeah.
You've not had one.
you've not had a
You
stall.
can have it. It's not because we're not wanting you to have one. You just
I think
you can have
the
one.
main question is: are you willing to carry on doing what you've done in the past with our support?
We're committed to doing it this year, aren't we?
We're doing it this year. The only thing that I would say is that at the meeting that I went to over by engine
year.
room, that I can't remember the name of the venue.
Well, can't you know?
Was that when we had
there
to
was just a
come to
few
the ground?
comments made that they didn't think they'd want to be funding Pulse Radio's attendance this year, which obviously we would like to discuss that because they're a massive part of the event. A big part of certainly getting the crowds there, Jamie, I'd say, with the adverts that go out,
Yeah,
the publicity.
Yeah, there's a lot to that Pulse input. That we did send what they do for the run up on the radio and one thing and the other. But then obviously we have the presenter on the day and the coordinator and all that as well.
Yeah.
And the guy on the day makes a massive difference to a
Absolutely.
professional do it rather than we've done it before and it was never anywhere like
Well,
you know. So we'd be proposing to continue with the Pulse this time.
I think we
'Cause
maybe
think it's
have
good
to.
value,
Yeah, right.
you know.
Well, yeah, it's not that, but it was hard in that meeting because it was just like we were just trying to get it over so that you'd support us for 2023. But I think it's important people work out what it'd cost if we got an events company in to do this. The rest of the event is
Yeah,
put on
yeah,
completely free by
I think the good
yeah.
realistically 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
I think the good thing was the event was really successful on the day.
Yeah.
There was a massive turnout at the end. I mean, the
Yeah.
weather makes it, but there was
Yeah.
a massive surge and it was cold. There was a big turnout at the end of the day. So hopefully, you know,
Do we know
everyone
why that?
connected with the town council can see it, so it's good.
Yeah. Do we know why that is though? Because I know I was having a chat with a couple of people who were saying they thought we might have been more successful this year because it wasn't on the normal weekend. Because most Christmas light switch-ons are on the weekend we're normally on, so people
You
have
always get people coming 2 o'clock onwards because they come down for the light switch on, so they're not going to come down at 10 in the morning,
No,
stay
no,
all
no.
day, or they'll go home
But
and
do
come
we
back.
think we got more people just because it was that follow-on
think we
weekend
got
and there
more
weren't so many people, so many other?
I think there were two things. One,
Yeah,
the
we-
weather was
Decent,
clear
yeah.
all day, so when it rains, you know,
Yeah.
it stops them, and then they come when it stops, or they'll come for the light switch on. But the big thing was it was so cold, it was freezing, that a lot of people just instead of coming down earlier came down at that sort of that 3 on period in there, and it was packed. Because we had a lull at like 1:30, we thought, well, it's
Yeah,
not
dead.
as busy as last year. But then when we were talking to people, when they've got kids and they're standing and it's freezing cold,
Yeah.
they were like, we've come later because we're going to do the switch on
Yeah.
rather than come earlier.
Yeah.
Which is-
I
think
wonder
the
if
weather
we
played a
got
big part.
more because of the negative press that Keithley got last year, because we
Possibly.
had a lot. There were a lot on social media that
Yeah.
Keithley's light switch on were really expensive and all the right, whereas we're free, aren't we?
Yeah. We are unusual
but there
that we
were-
do it for free.
Yeah,
you know,
there was
so-
a lot of
We've
negative
always done
feedback.
that, so-
We've got to be looking at.
I think something there that sort of just occurred. You said people coming from Keighley and that. If it's a Bingley event for Bingley people, how do you measure that it was successful for Bingley
Well,
as
you
opposed
can't,
to
can
all
you?
people that have
You
come
can't
in?
because you don't have a gate and you don't
Yeah,
take
well, I
tickets.
guess-
You
yeah.
don't
you know.
take a gate, you just
It's
you're
you're just
going
glad
on-
for whoever's there. I'm not bothered where they're from, really. But
just picking up on the. It was busier than it was a very busy event this time. It was busier than the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe next time that somebody does a bit of feedback searching, you know, amongst crowd. You know, you said you talked to them and that, but you know, maybe just somebody to walk around, whether it's us or them, just to measure where people
Yeah.
are from and why they've come, etc.
Yeah.
Because
I'd say the majority of people are
that.
from the Bingley town, aren't they? But
I think Bingley Town Council's got to be realistic about money on it. It does seem a lot of money for a single event, and the Pulse sounds a lot of money for a single event. But if we're going to do these things, that's what it costs, and we're going to have to buy the
We've
bullet.
got to be realistic about what things cost. I agree, but
You know.
it just is the bulk of the cost, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good chunk of it. Yeah.
well, unless somebody else wants to get up there at microphone and get that crowd going and do all advertising, to me they're an
Yeah.
absolute godsend for
Yeah.
what they do. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, I suppose from your point of view, you're only putting 50% in, so it's not like you having to put the full 100 in, is
Yeah.
it? So it's
That's
good.
another question, though, Jamie.
Yeah.
Is the chamber going to be able to put 50% in?
Well, that's what we're aiming to do this year. Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We're aiming to keep it the same. You
Yeah.
know.
Because obviously, I mean, I know the situation with chamber, and
Yeah.
from a funding point of view, I know in the past, like 3 years ago, we were getting quite a good sponsorship as well
Yeah.
for the event, weren't we?
We'll need some form of sponsorship this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Yeah.
we'll probably end
To-
up with
to-
about 3.5. Depends we've had a relaunch last year, but
Yeah.
depends on the subscriptions we get to in June.
Yeah.
That could help us.
Yeah.
You know, so long as we've got sort of 4.5 grand in the bank, we can do the half.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But-
yeah.
Do you actually sort of put it out there that you're looking for sponsors?
Yeah, we have done in the past, yeah.
Mm.
But, you know, latterly we haven't, because we've had council money, we had a grant from the council last
Never
year.
needed to,
that's what I meant.
And that's what that
Yeah.
money was for, it was to be pushed into events in the town, so
Yeah.
that's what we did. You know,
Just sort of throwing a red herring in. What if Bradford Council, in their wisdom of current state of affairs, throw the curveball in and say to Bingley Council, sorry, we're going to cut your money, which will have a repetition effect on yourself.
yeah.
Then how would you put it on without Bradford, without the money from the council?
Well,
Probably
They can't cut our money.
they would never cut your money.
Bradford Council are unable to count money because
That's the good
what,
thing about Bingley Town Council, isn't it?
Exactly,
It's
this is
precepts.
it. This is
They've got to honour the precept demand because
Yeah.
they get it back.
Just
It's not
precept.
like- It's
Yeah.
not money that they're not going to get back.
Yeah, yeah.
all they're doing in effect is collecting our precept. So they give us whatever we've asked for at the beginning in April, and then anything that comes from precept they collect.
Yeah, I understand that, John, but we're in a different world at the moment. When somebody's short of £100 million or whatever it
Yep.
is, then rules and things change.
Well, they can't.
Well, they can't.
Well, yeah, but they
It's
do.
illegal.
That's the problem. They do. If they go knock on government's door and say, look, we're short of this cash, we want some more money, and they go, sorry mate, you're going to have to sort yourselves out with money you've got.
Yeah,
It isn't their money.
It's not their money.
It isn't their money.
I know that,
Yeah.
but they're the purse holders, is what I'm saying.
No,
The only thing that could really
let's not
affect
get
it.
stuck down that
the-
rabbit
the-
hole.
No, I'm just trying. But I think
Yeah.
it's important that Michael understand. I understand what you're saying. On a bit of an aside, if it come to the Christmas lights, where there is some input from Bradford Councils, like a grant, that could be
That could be,
withdrawn,
yeah.
and we've
There's
got.
various
but the
things that
actual-
will come down the pipeline
But
this
the
year.
actual
I'm sure that will.
precept can't be taken away from us because they give it us at the beginning of the year.
We'd have to ask for sponsorship, or we would have to do it where it's not a free event. So
Yeah, yeah.
you know, the public wouldn't get all the rides for
Yeah,
free. We'd have to charge. There's there's ways
Chelsea
around.
Santa's
So-
got
so-
Yeah,
I mean,
there's ways
see,
around. We
you
wouldn't
could-
want to do
we
that.
don't want to do it, but obviously,
Yeah, because the thing is, as soon as you start charging, you then could have people looking after the money and this, that. and that.
Families can't afford
It's,
it.
it's,
can
more,
they?
it's
They
more
can't,
stuff
don't
on
they,
the
you know?
day. Isn't it?
Come with 3 or 4 kids. It's,
Yeah.
They can't do
but
it.
from your guys' point of view, if we can continue to do the 50%,
Yeah.
the 50, the £4.5
Yeah.
for town council spending that on a Christmas event, that's not.
No.
I won't say
Yeah.
that's
Well,
like,
I
you know,
agree.
you
I
do that
agree.
across the country, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not
I
a lot.
agree.
With all the marketing and all the, you know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
I know.
cheap.
Yeah.
It is, it really is, I mean.
I'm sure you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a thing, I suppose, because I mean, I know Pulse Radio exists, but I've never listened to it in my life.
Oh, they
Yeah.
hammer that event. Trust me, they really.
But where do they hammer it and
On the
who
radio.
to?
On the radio.
I know on the radio, but
To all the
To lots of listeners. Yeah.
on the bush, you're one of them.
Pulse.
I mean, what is their
We're
listenership?
publicising the town though, aren't we, on a local radio station?
Yeah.
It's quite a big, it's a local radio station, it's the biggest local radio station we've got. You know, it's.
I would imagine Pulse have a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
It's
They
it's
do,
a
they have a
decent,
lot of
it's a
listeners,
decent
yeah.
size station.
It's,
Yeah.
but I would say if you would have to, if you got rid of the pulse element, you'd then be looking at.
I wouldn't want to do it. We'd have somebody stood there.
And all that, and it's,
I agree. You need someone there on the day, jollying it along.
You know, we have the DJ there throughout the day, but he's not really there for the big switch on, is he?
And what might we be looking at this Christmas? Because obviously, I think in the past we've had celebrities switch stuff on, haven't we? Is that
Yeah,
first?
It's just who we can find who'll do it for very little, really,
Yeah.
because obviously,
We don't have the money to pay him.
you know.
We've paid a
Is
big
there
bottles
any
of whiskey
celebrities
before.
living in Bingley?
And you?
Is there
Well,
any celebrities living
Marcus
in
Dayton
Bingley?
suggested somebody who's in Emmerdale Farm to this year, but we don't. It was obviously like a month before.
I'm not being
We'd
funny,
already
but
got
kids
someone.
prefer to see bloody Star Wars turning lights on than
Yeah,
someone they've
to be
never
fair,
seen in
those
Emmerdale
Star Wars
before. The
guys
event's
were
for
really
kids,
well,
not
like,
for.
you know, if you got it was a good do, but something like that. But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, the most we ever paid for a celebrity to do it is about £250.
Or a bottle of whiskey.
So that's what.
I think it needs to be somebody that's relatable to young people.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's what the event's for, isn't it, families?
Yeah, no more. He can't be here tonight. She always, you know what she always says. What we got for slightly older kids.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she what's on for the older kids, but that particular event is a young kids event. Christmas.
Yeah. And with 3 of us on day, we can't afford to be staffing Walsers with 15, 16-year-olds.
No,
we ain't got the capacity to do that. have we?
no. Okay.
And then the only other thing is, I think for Christmas, are we still aiming to do a Saturday? Because I
Yes.
think,
Julian's already been in touch from Bradford Markets to
30th
say
of November.
Richard doesn't want to trade on that Saturday anyway, and he
Right.
trades at Haworth. So I've already had that email. I think I copied you in. I certainly
I've seen it
copied
from that this
Ian,
year.
I think.
you've got
Um,
something new?
I copied you in, didn't I? Where Julian's message to say that Richard will trade in Haworth. If any of his traders want to trade here, that's fine. They just need to let me know, and I'll include him in the mix. But he's already had that conversation with Richard.
I mean, I know that was a conversation for this year. I didn't realise
So
it happened
yeah,
for
no,
the
it's happened. I've got
podcast.
the emails. I can forward
Right.
them on to you. I've got the emails. So I've said, I think by August, September, if he just lets me know the numbers of traders, we'll just include them as our traders.
Right.
So that was Christmas. What about
What about Easter?
Easter event?
Easter's booked for Easter Sunday, which is the
Easter Sunday.
The-
Okay.
Because
30th
Yeah,
of
yeah,
March,
yeah,
because I
yeah.
didn't want to stand on Richard's toes.
Right. What
Um,
date? Sorry.
30th of March,
Oh,
I think it is,
30th of
isn't it,
March,
Sunday?
right, okay.
Jamie's sorting rides out, Arts Centre's booked.
So the cost of the stalls will cover the cost of the art centre effectively, and with the rides won't be free rides obviously for this
31st.
event.
31st.
The first, thanks Steve. The rides will be
March.
you pay for the rides,
Yeah, we
So
can't
we
do
won't
them
be-
free because we ain't got the budget to do
so
them
we're
free.
not.
All right.
So it's actually
we're
a
not-
self-funded event,
It's a
if you like.
self-funding event, so we're not having to come to you guys for a grant for the Easter,
We have,
Right.
unless you want to.
Participate.
Unless you're encouraging us to do so, in which case we will.
you know,
and
like
we
the
can-
entertainment.
And we could embellish it a little bit, but that's what obviously we
I
if you think we should.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Is there
I
any?
definitely think you should. We keep doing this, and we don't spend the money. In the end
Yeah, I've
of
got
the day.
entertainment coming, but they do it for nothing. So we've got Star Wars again, and we've got 2
Yeah.
choirs again.
So if you think we
Um,
should
But
put an
yeah.
application in, we can, and we can add to the event.
Out of all emails that we get with respect to funding available, knowing what you've seen in the past, would there be anything in that in them sort of emails that would cover funding for something like that?
No.
Okay.
no, it's usually
Community grants, innit?
community grants. That's yes, I know what you mean because I get them all the time
Yeah.
as well. But you have to be a registered charity for a lot of them as well, which obviously we're not.
Yeah, most of them
I
are.
do read them all when they come through because I'll tap into any free money that's going for our events, but they're
You'd
never.
got- you'd
they're never
have to
relevant.
Tell us what you could say to us. Right, well, apply for a community grant for this, and that'll pay, and then we can have free rides if that's what you.
Well, free rides, or we had the guy
Oh.
doing the big bubbles, and we had people on stilts before, but it all costs
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Right. No, everything
know.
costs
That's why you
money
need the
these
grant.
days.
I mean, the thing is, we need to be knowing now, don't we? I know it's got to go through finance.
You're not going to get it now, but if we say to you,
Yeah.
is there out there that you want us to pay for? That's your question, John, isn't it, really?
Well, in a way, yeah.
So
I'd
so
say
if
it's got-
there
Well,
is, if
the
there
thing
is,
is,
work
if
it
it
out
is
and come
the
back
Easter
and knock
Sunday,
them down.
we're going to struggle.
You're not going to get it through.
Because we've
in
spent
time.
this year's grant budget.
Well, it's
Right.
end of January now anyway. You won't get it through and approved, would you? For
It could
could.
go on- it could go on a finance agenda, it's just that
Yeah.
the budget pops.
We haven't
You've
got any
spent
money in
up.
it.
a bit like us.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat. I know.
No, if Easter was a bit later, so
Yeah.
it fold into the next financial year, we've got another pot of money. But
Are we allowed to? I suppose you're not allowed
No.
to. It's not like a school where you can put you can put it into the next year's budget.
Yeah, but if you got invoiced in
Bridging it.
April, if you got
Yeah.
invoiced for something in April,
But
Yeah.
you're not allowed to get a grant, retrospective grant.
No, that's what I was. It's not like when you're at school. You could if you had to spend your budget, you'd have to get a
yeah,
billing for your roof.
I think Easter we can self-fund if we've done it every other year, Jamie.
Yeah.
Let's face it, but
Yeah.
well, we didn't because last year we were lucky enough to have some of the grant money still work with
Yeah,
from
for
Bradford.
Bradford Council, so we used that.
What about other funding headings, like regeneration and something like that? Don't have to be a grant, does it?
It's not really regeneration, though, is it?
No.
Entertainment.
Regeneration and tourism.
Tourism, yes, tourism.
No, on the
yeah.
tourism,
Tourism.
yeah.
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 I mean, if there was something you were particularly lacking, we could probably address it.
Okay, well, should we have a think about
but,
that?
but,
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I'll give you an
rather-
email tomorrow.
Yeah.
rather than embellishing, if
Right,
you like. But
before
Like we normally have a DJ, but I haven't booked him this time.
No, but
because
the DJ would be a good idea.
It's £250.
It's
He does all the kids'
He
games
does the
and everything on
games
the
and all that, he's
square.
very good, you know, you'd have him, that'd be one
I've
thing
not
to
checked
put
his
down.
free because we haven't had the money,
just
but I'm
needs
sure
to
it will
be
be.
so we can put it on F&G feed on it.
But the DJ would be helpful for sure.
Would it come out of, have you got any pot for markets or anything like that, that's outside of the grant money that if you
Regeneration,
well,
tourism.
it is just
Comes
our
under the
regeneration and
tourism pot
tourism
for the
port.
markets,
We could
like if you're doing one of these, you know, special markets, you could call it something simple, you put money in and say that's what that
I
is.
think you need a disco, don't you? Bit of music to liven it
Music,
up.
yeah.
So
So if there is something like
if you
that
get-
for that,
just need
But to just drop that on a normal email to you with a.
cost, just a
Cost.
costing,
Yeah.
so we can put it forward and
We've got Gary's invoice from
Yeah.
Christmas, which you
Yeah.
can see what his standard costs are for a day, which I could send you across. I have to check his free,
I
but
mean, he's not expensive, is he? He can
Right.
do. If you ever want a DJ,
I'm
you
sick
know.
to spend many time Gal's money, I'll tell you.
thanks, John.
You're what,
Thank
John?
you. I
I'm
appreciate.
happy.
I appreciate you thinking of us.
It annoys me because I mean, I'm recording, so I'll say no more.
It's alright, yeah. Yeah.
well, no, because it is stuff we're trying to put on for the benefit of the people.
Absolutely,
People,
absolutely.
you know,
This is what I'm
let's face
saying.
it.
This is what I'm saying.
It's for the community.
And a lot of times all it comes down to is, oh, we don't want to be spending this, we don't want to be spending that. But if there's an event that's for the benefit of the Bingley community, let's.
And it brings
Yeah,
trade to the other shops as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
The art centre's all locked in with it.
Yeah,
It's good, isn't it? You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
They're doing a lot of good work
That's
around there.
That's good. What's that?
They're doing a lot of good work around at the art centre.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else you're thinking of running.
No.
Another minute.
No. I was going to go to they've got the event at Cardigan House on Saturday, haven't they?
Yeah,
Yeah. So we're going to just nip in there and see. Is Marcia going to that?
I don't know.
I don't know if she's coming actually. I think
I don't-
Andy's coming.
I
but
don't think Marcia comes, does she? Because it's a day off, isn't it?
Yeah,
She
it's a
don't work.
weekend. She doesn't really work.
Yeah,
does she?
She don't come in. She said at last 2025 meeting. Oh no, that's my day off. I can't do that.
No, that was one of these.
I know,
That was a Friday.
She
So
doesn't work Fridays.
she don't work Fridays, and she's definitely not coming out on a Friday.
Do you have such a thing as a face painting or like that for kids on that day?
Yeah, I've had, yeah.
So you've got that already.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one of the things we will be talking about at that meeting on Saturday, I don't know if we move on, is this is like the weekend before the Easter one.
Yeah.
So Canal and River Trust
Yeah.
are pressing ahead to have a 250th anniversary.
Good, that.
We're trying to get more stuff into it, and I know. Have you got a Chamber of Trade meeting
5th of Feb.
5th of Feb? Because I
Yeah.
think is Susan Fricker coming?
Yes.
Because
She's
I
bringing
think
someone from the capital of culture
Yeah.
to
yeah,
speak as well.
She's working hard. She's doing.
she's working really hard.
Yeah,
She
she's
is,
got all the
she's
groups
amazing.
together, and she's quite good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think
It's a real good group that.
Yeah, yeah.
one of the things that's coming out of that is they're trying to make this Canal Festival almost a catalyst to try and get people working together. And one of the things they have been talking about is how can we get more people and businesses in the town involved. So one of the things that's been talked about is it's from town to towpath.
Right, yeah.
To
So
try,
they're doing it the same concept as the last canal festivals we did.
pretty much.
So they're doing the Market Square then in the Art Centre,
No, because the art centre's booked.
but they're doing the Market
yeah.
Square.
So
Market
they're gonna have a trailer in the market square, and we're talking about possibly getting more local groups in the market square, which is one of the things we'll discuss on Saturday. Then they're having things on the
Is
towpath.
this a Saturday?
Yeah.
A Saturday.
It's the
Because you were involved in the last one, weren't you?
it's the
I did.
20
I organised it
it's
all
the
with Marcia.
23rd, yeah.
It was pretty
So
busy, wasn't it, in the
We
square?
rammed.
So effectively, it's the closest they could get to the opening of Five Rise. So the actual opening was the 21st of March 1774, and it's the 23rd.
So it's a week before your Easter event.
So it's a week before the Easter event. So they're going to have stuff, boats and stuff, a bit of nature stuff, a bit of heritage. We've got a weaver making a tapestry of Five Rise.
Have they decided where he's going to do it?
Not yet.
Oh, right.
You'll have our research on the market square anyway, won't you? Are they not trading that day?
They're trading.
Yeah.
No, they're trading, and we're going to try and get more people in there, and then possibly, if it comes off, some sort of exhibition type space in a certain mill that we're not sure if it's there yet. But they talking about having roving musicians and this that, and getting stuff in to try and get trades in the town. So whether businesses can put on like a Five Rise festival menu or just a something on the day and a little something in the
That it's
window.
on. Yeah.
In the window, A, that it's on, and B, just to get a bit more general involvement.
We'll just promote it at the meeting next week.
Yeah. So I can give you. She's got some flyers and stuff, but I think she's revising them at the moment. But it looks like it'd be quite a good and busy day, and help get us on the map.
A lot of people turned out for that last one, didn't they? From all
We
over
were
the shop.
round. Do you remember that picture we took of
Yeah.
the locks? It were amazing. There were hundreds of
Time to
people.
buy
community
a screen
thing,
on,
innit?
isn't it?
Yeah.
That whole boat community, it's all a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure quite how many boats they'll get. They've certainly got 4 or 5 trading boats that can be up at the top of Bingley Five Rise, but it's just going to be a matter of where they are now and if they could actually get here on time with the canals opening.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot we're going to talk about on Saturday, just to the community groups.
So that'll be quite. If they get a lot of people visiting on the canal boats, it'll be more than a day's event for them, won't it? In terms of people in the town.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully people will come and people will stay and
Yeah, we did it over a weekend last time. I think.
spend a bit more time and money in the town. Or what we don't want is them coming on the train, going straight up to Five Rise and coming straight back and getting on the train again. We want to get them into town. Into town, even if it is just here's all the cafes in town, here's all the.
They're putting the minibuses on again. We had minibuses from the train station up to the up to Marcus's Cafe, basically, for any elderly that couldn't get up there and walk up there.
Yeah.
We had a shuttle bus running.
All right.
I think Bradford Council funded that though.
Good point, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people can't walk up there. It's quite a walk up from Bingley if you're if you're elderly. And there's no bus
Will that
routes up
section
there.
be finished by then?
Sorry.
Will that section of canal be finished by then?
That's a point. That's yeah. People's shoes getting ruined and all sorts on there, isn't there?
It does seem to be at the moment. Well, that's the Downley bit, the Downley down to Hurst, isn't it? So, have we got any questions on what we think we're doing here? I think we'll pick that up.
That's what 250. Yeah.
That's 250.
Have you got any posters on stuff for that yet then?
Yeah, need like marketing.
Any marketing stuff or we had a big Facebook group last time which promoted it all.
I think Canal and River Trust are promoting it nationally. They've put out a little save the date poster. She has printed some, but I haven't got any. But they're going to get some more. So we'll be looking for volunteers to go around town asking businesses to put them up and this that. So there will be plenty. It's just
get a page going.
Yeah.
I've still got the old Canal Festival page that you could just rename, and I think it's got about 3,000 people in it.
right.
It's still a live page, so you could just update it.
I suspect because
Be a good
'Cause it-
splash then, won't it?
Oh yeah, and people loved it before. So Marcia she'll ring me anyway if she wants me to.
Marcy is involved, like I say. So hopefully it'll be a good day. Yeah. So, and there's lots of stuff up on the day for the Easter stuff. Hopefully we can we can build on it as well. City of Culture. Do you want to say anything, Jane, about
Shall I say something about Bingley Create?
Say something about Bingley Create.
So, you two don't know, but I had this idea to have a festival because everybody was moaning about the show finishing and nobody was doing anything about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought we'll have a festival that's going to involve the whole community, all the businesses everywhere. And I'd hoped for it to be this year because I had the idea in 21.
Yeah.
And 22. And anyway, so we were aiming for it to be in 2025.
Okay.
But in the build up to it, we've got a group and we call Bingley Creates because it can be anything. So I've made a list of everything you can create in Versailles because then it can be all inclusive. So it could be a garden, could be a cake, could be a masterpiece,
Yeah.
could be a bit of writing. And in the build up, we're hoping we're going to have a stall in the market. I've already checked that out on the last Saturday of the month, every month, and we're hoping also to have the space in the canteen at the Damart Mill, where the same group that's got the stall in the market will have an exhibition, a demonstration, or whatever, and it's the weekend of their sales, so it's hopefully gonna get people up there. And then we're working towards festival in May bank holiday weekend, the early May bank holiday weekend in 2025. Walkers are welcome to a big thing then, and they have really good numbers attending because people don't tend to go away for that one, and so we're planning to have it that weekend, and the arts centre is involved, and the director of the arts theatre, what's he, creative director, artistic director, what did I say he was called? Anyway,
The man who
was-
puts stuff on.
yeah, he's really excited about it, and the youth theatre group are going to do 3 plays
Yeah.
around the town.
Brilliant.
One in about the assizes set in medieval times and using the stocks, and the audience participate will be able to throw things at them. One in Victorian times, which we set in the bandstand, and they haven't decided where the other one's going, but it's Tudor. So that's another thing. I want all the businesses to be involved, like the cafes and the pubs could have exhibitions of whatever people have created.
Yeah.
Susan's getting the schools involved as well. What else do I need to say about it?
Sounds good.
Well, yeah, I hope so. But we're also having
About that, no problem.
we're also having training on how to run an event, aren't we? From Ruth Dowson, because she's spent her life doing it
Yeah.
and
That's
written a book
happening.
on it.
Oh yeah, she's got a book on it.
Yes.
God, I couldn't do doing that myself.
Yeah.
So
She said I wrote a book on it. I just
So we just want everybody to be involved, and we're hoping to launch it on the 23rd with a stall that will just cover as much creativity from the Bingley area as possible on
Sorry,
that
when-
Saturday.
when-
On the
20
23rd, we're going to have a stall.
This month,
Yeah,
next month,
yeah.
February.
No, March.
Oh, March,
The
sorry.
day of this.
Oh, sorry, I'm with you. Right.
So it'll launch then, and then
Yeah.
hopefully the following weekend we'll have another stall
You have a start,
with
right?
whoever.
people in the crafts house, they might be
They'll be
people
definitely
to,
interested.
get engaged with all this.
Yeah,
because
they are already
obviously
on board,
massive.
and we have our meetings there, and they let us use the upstairs room for
Yeah,
free.
because
So
they are into it.
yeah,
big
yeah.
time, so.
But there's lots of other areas, you know, other cafes and people that are really
Good.
keen. Everybody I've spoken to
He's happy to get
is
involved.
up for it. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. But I just want it to be something that everybody can be involved in. You know, not just, you know, as well as the cafes and the pubs, all the shops,
Yeah.
all the people, and we want people to come to Bingley and see it as a place where
You can do X, Y, and Z.
yeah, creativity is the hub.
Yeah, sounds good.
So there'll be, on the day, then there'll also be like stalls in the marketplace, will there?
There will be a stall
All right.
in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Say it's the photography group, Marcus Rattray.
Yeah, it's great.
They'll have a stall in the market and
Yeah.
they'll have an
I
exhibition.
mean, this
and
is. I'm talking
demonstration.
about on the day you're
The
on
20
the event.
20
On the actual
on
event,
the actual
Yeah.
event day, yes, and we'll probably
Be all sorts
hope-
I
everywhere.
mean,
We
so
haven't
so
got that far
people
yet.
who are selling crafts,
yeah,
for
can sell them.
example, could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, but it's got to be more than just crafts. It's
Yeah. It's
If you need stall holders, let me know. I've got
Great,
about 100
great.
in this chat.
And I've got all
phone.
that list from when we did the plastic free fair in the arts centre as well.
Well, I think the thing that's coming out of all the meetings around the city culture for Bingley is there's lots of people with lots of ideas, so
There is.
hopefully there'll be quite a lot of stuff.
And they all sort of
will come
fit in,
to-
don't they?
there's a-
When you
Good time
talk
do
to
it, it's the
them.
2025 ambition.
It's
And then
Use it as a
hopefully
good
make it
catalyst.
annual.
Yeah. Get it going.
Yeah.
Very good.
I mean, they've talked about having an arts trail which could go around Myrtle Park and through the town and up to the gallery and onto Prince
Well, if
Wales.
it works with
Jane
the
Fielder
arts
wants to
centre,
open a
they'll all do it
house
again,
and-
won't they? So it's
Yeah.
always,
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we could get a lot of stuff out of 2025.
If we can get some money.
It's all down on the money.
We'll get some money. It's
Yeah.
meant to be February's meant to be their next.
Yeah, we're having a meeting just before that, aren't
Major
we?
funding push.
But the capital culture.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's great that the arts centre got 100 grand, didn't they, for
Yeah.
lift and stuff, so that's good.
They've been really supportive and they're going to be
Yeah.
sort of the umbrella group, aren't
Yeah.
they? But they want someone to
and
administer our funding, but they'll be happy to
Help.
be involved in that way.
Denmark
Yeah,
really support.
Denmark
It's a good
are
one for
amazing.
Denmark, isn't it, really?
Well, it's.
I mean, they haven't, no, you know, they haven't put a lot into it.
Don't get a lot of.
And now,
And
They're
suddenly,
due to put some money into Bingley, to be
Well,
fair.
there's-
'cause
well,
so it ticks a lot of
well,
boxes for them, they
They
should.
put 7 benches in Myrtle Park.
Which is great.
They've put
Yeah.
they've applied for some more funding for some picnic benches with disabled facilities.
Yeah.
Good.
So
they let the staff out to do litter picks,
Good.
and they've got them all high-vis jackets that says
Yeah.
plastic free Bingley and it says Denmark
Oh,
on
that's
it.
brilliant.
It's good,
And
isn't
they've
it?
bought them
That-
for us as well.
Yeah.
Good. That don't say Denmark.
They've
They've been
done
here a long time,
yeah.
Denmark.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they got a bit
And they've
Yeah.
got their own litter pickers and everything.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Ticks a lot of their, what is it?
We've been trying to get them to get involved with plastic free Bingley for 4 years before they finally did so.
I think they're having a push though out there.
They are, yeah, they've got a
they are being
great
very helpful and very,
sustainability
very
officer.
supportive
Yeah.
at the
Good news.
moment. So
Yeah.
we need to
Three
make the best use we can of
Oh yeah,
their largesse.
well, a massive company.
On just as a side issue, on the music festivals that are carried out on Rugby Pitch or wherever they are,
Yeah.
do we know what dates they are on? And do you intend to? Does anyone intend to piggyback on their events? If you know what I mean.
No.
I sent
They're
a
like big
message.
private
there.
I sent a message to the page about 3 weeks ago and I've not had a reply, so I don't even know who's heading it up.
It's like a
No, I'm not
Just-
sure who's heading it.
I
Usually
just sent-
September, isn't
It's
it?
I just
August,
sent,
it's
yeah, but there's
been
another one.
August.
There's another one that they're putting on, isn't there? And I sent it to the page, but nothing back.
Because it might be, you know, if you can have something on in town at the same time, they've got lots of people coming for that event, whether it's a day or an evening, I don't know. You get a lot of people sort
Yeah,
of
it's
like
the
wondering
Bingley
around what we're going
Challenge.
to do.
Is that what
you're
it's
thinking?
called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a big thing about a big spread about it, and then it's gone really quiet. We could do with finding out about that really, because it sounded like it was going to be something quite big.
What the this
Bingley Challenge or something it's called.
right? Oh, I don't
Is
know.
that the one for the up and coming bands after?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can find
Isn't it the guy who runs the Saltaire?
What, Ian?
Ian, yeah.
Ian double barrelled. I can never
Andrew
remember.
Swales.
That's the one. I can
What you
never
put on,
remember his
really,
surname.
because the people that are coming to
They watch music.
coming to
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go
yeah,
there for
yeah.
the music.
They get
But
off the
then-
train in Bingley
And then
and
they
they
come
go
back to
there.
Bingley
Yeah.
to drink afterwards or before.
Yeah.
So the pubs are always really busy with people who come into Bingley, or people who live in Bingley, and then they go down and come back. So it's what you put on in the square that lend itself to the, you know,
yeah.
Well, if it's a Saturday, you can't touch square anyway, so.
Yeah.
No.
well, you've got, yeah.
it's something to think about, isn't it? How the town could take better advantage.
Yeah,
'Cause I
especially
think,
as it's now down there and
yeah,
not
when it was
here.
in the park, I think the town got a lot more out of it, didn't they?
Yeah,
But,
everybody just had to walk through the square to go into the park.
Yeah.
It was packed all the time.
but now it's now it's down there. People can
Bit out of
just
the way, isn't
stay down there, can't they?
Yeah.
On the camp down there, don't
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so the next thing on the agenda was to consider Saturday's meeting. I don't know if I said this before, unfortunately, Mrs. Canal and River Trust can't come, so
Oh, right.
I'm going to have to talk through this again and just generally talk through where people are and probably touch a bit on where we are with City of Culture
See
for
if
those
anybody
people.
can contribute to
And
it.
see what groups think
Yeah.
they can bring and what they want to do, and then just generally have a
Yeah.
conversation around what groups are struggling with, where we might be able to help
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
how they can all start lining up to put grant applications in for next year for stuff. I think is where we are with that. I don't think there's a lot else to say on it, unless there's any questions on that.
No, I think we can discuss that on the day, can't
Yeah, and then the only other event that we talked about, which the Remembrance Group, Mo's
we? Oh,
not
yes,
here,
yeah.
we're taking over, we are talking about doing something for D-Day, the 80th anniversary of D-Day. There's a national campaign for towns
Commemorating it.
and organised to like beacons. I think it's about opposite.
We had all this planned, didn't we, before COVID?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, we got a long way down the track with it.
We did.
Have you got a beacon?
No. We did a lot of planning.
Time to open that file again then.
We did. I've still got the file. But
what
yeah,
I
we
mean,
had we had a lot of plans.
So
We had
the-
tanks coming through the town and all sorts.
Yeah, we had a lot of army vehicles, didn't we?
Yeah.
All
Yeah. A lot of effort went in and
that.
then
Got the
COVID
got the
hit.
road shut.
Yeah, road
Got
closure.
Main
Is
Street.
it resurrectable?
Is it resurrectable?
It's possible.
When is it?
6th
6th
of
of June.
June.
6th.
No,
No,
not
no,
this year,
You won't get a
No.
road closure.
We'll get a road. You'd be looking to get an event of that site. Depends what you want to do, but 6th of June's soon, isn't it?
Are the Remembrance Group doing something for this?
They should.
Yeah, they're meant to be taking the lead. So the idea is we'll have something on the town square. We'll
Yeah.
have veterans, etc.
Well, let them take the lead and tell us where they need support.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Well,
If it's their baby and it only feels right, it should be. But I mean, yeah, we can support them, but we were having all sorts, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, one thing that would be good, we looked at doing a charity run with the Harriers. That was, you know what they do with Keighley, to Keighley 10K Sue Ride and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You could have that, would be brilliant, I think. Starting the square, finishing the square,
Yeah.
but you need the Harrier involvement. But I think they were interested in doing it, but I don't know. It's like all these things that have gone by since COVID. But,
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I suggested to Canal and River Trust for this was they were talking about having a step challenge on the day, and I was like, well, you could do a charity challenge because they need money,
yeah,
and if they're doing 250th anniversary events down the canal over the year, I actually worked it out, and if you do it in seconds, what 250 years is in seconds, that had to be a big team. It's something like 91 million steps.
You want to get local gyms involved in that. You've got yours on 45. You've got gym opposite road. They do something like that for you. Flax, is it? Is it flax?
Yeah.
Changes that often, but yeah.
But other than that, I don't think we've got anything else that we up our sleeves.
There's enough to be going on.
We might be well, obviously a load of bandstand concerts.
I spoke to Julie Roberts, who organises books the events,
Yeah.
and the agreement was that I'd bring her in January. But as we know, we've got half of the electric in. Do you think I should get on with it now? It's going to happen, isn't it? I mean, it's going to
Well,
happen.
it's going to be there by spring. Hopefully.
Thing is, we proposed £2,000. It's about £150 for a band. That's it. We only spent 900 last year because there were no electric. She could have got some more. So I'm looking to get some, get some more. Yeah. because initially there were an extra 150 a session just to get the chairs brought, but we've got over that. Some kind volunteer brings them all out and takes them all back again, so that saves 150 cents a session. So
Very
that's
good.
good. So I'll she's in the office tomorrow. I'll speak to her tomorrow, and I'll ask.
Yeah, because she needs to start booking people.
Well, yeah, but as I say, you know,
Otherwise-
from I think I can confidently now say that it's going to happen.
And I've said to the ward office that we need to work with them to work out, yes, we're going to put these on, but what's the procedure for other groups to book the bandstand and the electricity supply and get in there and use it?
Well,
because
as you know, what she did last year is she actually not only booked them, she produced a leaflet
Yeah.
that were thrown in actually, and give us 500 copies of a flyer and a couple of posters and online, electronic posters as well. So yeah, I'll get on with that. That's it. That's the only thing that's been holding me back. I'd have done it on 1st of January if the electric had been in, but yeah.
yeah, I haven't been and had a look and seen exactly how far they've got.
Well, they've done one section, haven't they? But they just need to dig up street.
That'll be normal.
But I wonder if they'll do hours at the same time. Then that'd fit in, wouldn't it?
It would, but I don't know if they're that joined up.
Are they charging you for electric on in these trees still?
Yeah.
No,
We're
no, don't
not
charge.
sure where.
Well, we nearly got a reminder for our invoice of
Yeah.
35 quid that they wanted for
Yeah.
Right.
Christmas
that's
event. We had to pay for electric.
1 square foot.
For
Yeah.
Christmas
They
light
took
switch
a
on.
meter reading and then they took another one at the end of the day.
Oh, well,
Sent us the bill.
we've never.
No,
Sorry?
We've
no,
never.
they just do it on the day. They just
No.
take the reading on.
I took
So
photos
you
as
take
well.
the photos, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think since they've redid the electrics, they said
They sent
would
someone
be,
out to read the meter. It must have cost them as much in wages as what it did for 35 quid. Send someone out, it start a day and end at day.
Why don't they just get you to send them a photo at the start?
Maybe they didn't trust us, I don't
No,
know.
they don't, do
But if it's,
I did take pictures and I checked my readings were the same as his.
you would have
Yeah.
thought that'd be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't you? Right, okay, so nothing else on bandstands.
No. Get on with that now.
We've got Bingley Arts Festival 2025, but I think that's what we talked
Done
about,
that,
isn't it,
yeah.
Jane? Yeah. Next meeting?
Have we heard anything about that? The Swales, they call them, don't they? This chap that runs Salt Air Festival that's
Yeah,
supposedly
that's what
putting
we're
this event on in June. Do we know anything about that?
No.
That's
No.
what we were saying earlier, wasn't it?
We don't know anything about it.
I've written to him and
Every time I ask, I
Sounds
keep
back.
being told it's on.
Which festival do you mean? The lamp,
The challenge
lantern.
one, the challenge
Oh, all
one.
right, yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's
Ah,
what it
right,
is,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I met
I
the
bet he'll
guy.
do it then. He's into that, isn't he? He does it all down in Saltaire, big
Yeah.
time.
That's
I,
meant-
I
that's-
wrote to him and
Yeah,
it said,
they did
glad you
something
came
actually.
to Saltaire Festival, we hope you
met
enjoy
him
the
and
next
I'm
one.
an electrician while I was
Automated response. That's what I got on the Facebook page though.
It's meant to
It
be.
worked out really well
That's
because
meant to be end May bank holiday, isn't it?
we've,
Is it?
That's what I was.
31st or whatever it is.
I couldn't agree.
Yeah, the last May bank
The last
holiday.
May, but that the weekend of the
There
last
were
May bank
members of the
holiday.
council who were
Because it
against
started out, it was going to be 3 days,
bandstand.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was long because I
So
wrote to them
basically-
for a pitch to
so it-
trade there. That's why I wrote to them.
I'd done it.
Yeah.
But nobody ever come back. So.
Reapply.
And I've not seen anything on it
That
since.
guy,
It's all gone very quiet.
electrician, he told
And
me
it's
what
not
we-
long really, is it?
No.
Robert's
No,
part.
you think it'd be
Oh,
out
so
there
tell
now?
them
I've
what
up
to
to
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I've up, so I
We can
up
try and
the
chase that
supply.
up.
Yeah, brilliant.
Just
Joe-
interesting to know what they're doing. And
Joe's
So
the,
it's,
the man, I think, Joe
What,
Wheatley,
I forget now.
the man who knew most about it.
30 amp supply from I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a decent supply.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to shoot because my
No,
No, I
husband's
think-
waiting
I think we- I
outside.
think we-
We're just about done.
We're just,
Yeah,
we're just
yeah,
about
yeah.
done.
Yeah, good.
When do we want to meet next?
Thanks.
A month, 6 weeks?
Yeah, well, yeah. Same day. Wednesday, all right?
Yeah.
Expect to. Like this.
What's a month's time?
21st. Feb.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Is it free week?
Yeah, all right. Then.
All right, yep,
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
meet then.
thanks for you to come in.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
pleasure.
thank
If you
you.
need
Yeah,
anything, you
You know
absolutely.
we
I'm
are.
happy.
Yeah.
I've always said it.
You know we are.
Always said it wants to be team effort. It wants to
Yeah,
be,
Oh, thanks, John.
wants to be joined up.
I'll drop an email over tomorrow.
couple of things.
costs and, yeah.
Right in there.
Nice to see you all.